everybody, welcome to Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
I'm Tiffany.
So, okay, normally this is a comic book review show where we take books from the past week, recap, review them, let you know what we thought about them, and then give you recommendations for books that come out this week we think you should pick up. But San Diego Comic-Con has just wrapped yesterday.
Yeah.
Today is our Monday live show. Obviously, we're going to talk about it, but we already did an Elseworlds Exchange where we just broke down pretty much all the panels that we were expecting to see / give our predictions about what we were going to get out of them.
Right.
I was wrong on all accounts, but this one's just going to be talking about the Marvel Phase 4 announcement.
Yeah.
We actually did a whole back issue about 5 years ago when they did the Marvel Phase 3 announcement at Hall H at San Diego. And the times have changed. We have multiple shows. This show in particular is morphed into a more contemporary beast. And as such, we can actually do a more comprehensive breakdown about what's coming from Phase 4 of Marvel. Thus far, because of course D23 is I think next month, and as such there's no way they're not going to drop a bunch of other things, probably bigger things.
Right, but those things could be part of Phase 5.
Exactly, and we already know there's at least one thing that they announced that isn't even part of Phase 4, but we're still going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're going to table comics for this week, and instead we're going to focus on the Phase 4 announcements, break them all down, because we knew the reality is we were going to talk about like any number of books that came out this week. We will be inundated by super chats asking us for our opinions about Phase 4. So why not just dedicate a whole episode to it? Hey, by the way, super chats, that's a thing that people use in this live show to participate in the show itself. Ask your questions, make your comments, use the super chats to participate in the show, and we'll try to weave them into the show in an organic way. But before we even get into the topic, I wanted to give away something at the top of the show, and we're going to give it away actually at the end of the show, but I want to mention it now.
Yes.
So, here's the deal. We've done this before. Actually, a very lucky recipient received a special, super limited edition Valiant cover for the book Psylords. Congratulations to the winner of that. Earlier, they also tweeted it out and shared their fortune with everybody.
Yeah.
Very nice of them. But Valiant was nice enough, they were happy with it enough, that we get to do another giveaway this time around. We're going to be giving away another ultra-rare piece of art from Valiant Comics, and that is this lovely full-page Tata Ford drawn page from Livewire number 9, which is actually a comic that doesn't even exist yet. You can't buy it on the shelves. It comes out in August. However, if you want to get prepared for the issue that this full page comes from, you can actually pick up Livewire number 8, which is on sale on Wednesday. And that's the end of the first arc, but this is the beginning of the next arc and a full page from it. You want this? Use the hashtag Livewire in the chat right now and throughout the show, and our lovely and talented moderator Danielle will randomly select someone from the chat to win this piece. And when you win this piece, you will not only get this, you will also get probably a little note from me because I have to hand mail it to you. So
Yeah.
enter it just for that alone. No, the Tata Ford art here is really, really lovely. This was purchased specifically from the artist by Valiant for this. So you know that you are like the fourth person to receive this. It was Tata Ford made it, Valiant bought it, gave it to me, and I'm giving it to you. So get this full key page. This is cool. Getting original art is really, really dope. If you haven't already started doing it, you probably should. At cons, I see them all over the place. There's like this booth that has like just these worn old pages from your favorite artists, and it's like, you know, even if it's not a key page, even if it's not like a double page splash of, you know, Batman punching somebody, you get these kind of really cool images like this, and you get to see all the imperfections or all the perfections that are done. You can actually see the parts where she used what I have to assume is a liquid.
She could have used, there's like acrylic white ink.
It
could have been, it could actually be whiteout.
I've seen them use like whiteout, and I
Yep.
think it is. But like, yeah, to white out some of those moments to create a little bit more, you know, detail.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's really cool.
There it is. So,
The inks are good.
yeah.
Inks are solid.
Right?
Solid inks.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
So, anyway.
I'll dance this around later.
Yeah, we'll remind you, but win that later. Drop my phone. In the meantime, let's jump into some Phase 4, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh, but before we do that, let's just do some super chats.
Let's do it.
I forgot. I don't have my super chat window. I have no idea how to get that open anymore.
It's right down there.
Oh, hey, it moved.
You moved it.
It didn't exist before because we switched MCNs. And by switch, I mean dropped.
Yes.
So we lost the ability to make super chats, but now we have them again.
Yeah, I think you just... Never mind.
So Red Samurai says, hey, do you guys think Wanda, who's going to be in both Doctor Strange and Wanda Vision, will have something to do with bringing back mutants? No. You?
I don't know. I think that's the... I don't know.
I sincerely hope not. Let's put it that way.
Well, yeah, because, like, all right, I don't know. Yeah, because I think she's going to definitely help to cue into the whole multiverse thing.
Okay.
Probably seeking out a place where Vision is.
Oh, yeah. She might not be looking to resurrect Vision, but rather go get a Vision.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's speculation for WandaVision, which is in and of itself
we'll
a Phase 4
there.
thing.
We'll get there.
Yeah, but no, I don't think so. Joshua Wright, I find it interesting that there were no Avengers. Not even a date. Do you think that's significant or just something they weren't ready for yet? I think that they're like, we just did the biggest Avengers movie we could probably ever do.
Yeah.
Let's not tease it at all until we know we have something really, really solid. Right now, all you could do is just like probably an Age of Ultron type thing where it's like, hey, look, here's a team.
Yeah.
As I understand it, Feige was cornered after the announcement. He said something to the effect of like, there are still Avengers. It's going to look really different.
Yes. Which
and
makes
we'll
sense.
get there.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's a good idea to give us this, like, cool down period.
Yeah, no Avengers.
Because it's like, well, not even just that, but it's like, so that, like, it's not, like, up here constantly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're going to get back into some more character movies. We're going to get back into introducing some new folk into the MCU itself, and just see where these team-ups go, and, like, where they, plop us at the end.
Yeah.
Just like they did originally.
Exactly.
You know, so like I think they're kind of like, if it ain't broke.
Yeah, no, and I completely agree with that mindset. I always believe less is more when it comes to things that I want. Red Samurai, this week is going to be awesome. Hickman's X-Men finally comes out, and we got a new Quentin Tarantino movie. That's right, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's coming out.
Ooh, right.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to, those who don't know what it's actually about are going to be like, oh, what?
Oh, that got dark.
Oh.
Adam Asamoah, 4th. I had so hyped about every title. I can't wait. Yeah. I hear a lot of people are really excited. I know that they were like freaking out
about
in the audience.
About the X titles or about the Phase 4?
About the Phase 4 stuff.
Okay, because they also released all their X titles.
The X titles are impressive.
Including Excalibur.
Excalibur's coming back.
It's like, what?
Yeah, and apparently the Uncanny X-Men is just going to be nothing but Summers and Wolverine. That's weird.
So it's Wolverine and his endless summers.
Aw. DJ Speakboy helping us out. Thank you very much, DJ.
You.
Jay Rosier saying, thoughts Doctor Strange being a horror movie? We will get there.
We're going to get there.
So we're going to put a pin in that. The Gray Initiate says, who do you think they should cast as Nightmare for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? That's presupposing the idea that it's going to be Nightmare, which we sincerely hope it isn't. Still can't get over how awesome that title is. We'll talk about that in a minute. Again, Gray and Jay, we will get there. Don't worry. Hold your horses. Jumping into it first, Black Widow, May 1st, 2020. First Marvel movie of 2020. It's going to be Black Widow. We got our timeline. It's not going to be like she's super young. We're not going to use that Marvel magic on her. It's just going to be set between Winter Soldier and Infinity War.
Yep.
Okay. Here's the thing. I actually got more upset. I was watching this behind-the-scenes sequence where they were setting up the whole, like, Force moment in Endgame.
Yeah.
Where they're like, look at this, da-da-da.
Yeah.
The fact that Natasha wasn't in it made it even more sad and frustrating. It really bothered me. Like, on a really profound level. That they were like, even characters who had only been in, like, one movie or, like, so were like, yeah, we're going to do this. Like, this is going to be great. I can't believe it finally culminates into this one thing. And it's like, you were holding the baton the entire time, and now you didn't even get to do it.
Well, that's very realistic, though.
Yeah,
like,
it's
not
realistic,
everybody who gets to pave the way gets to be a part of
But what's also not realistic is all the girls at one time arriving to fight one thing. So, like, at that point, it would have been nice to see Black Widow in that team up, and it's kind of sad that she wasn't there. It just hurt a little bit.
I know, but that has nothing to do with this film necessarily.
But you know what? They're not getting their own movie,
No.
so Black Widow gets the last laugh, I guess. I'm sure they're also like speculation on Black Widow. I know David Harbour's in it, which kind of shoots my whole theory that he's the Thing right to hell. Unless he's playing like Lieutenant Corporal Benjamin J. Grimm, in which case, like we're retconning that he was in the universe.
Yeah.
And then
I assume one of the female actresses is going to be Taskmaster.
Yeah, I mean, because of a full body suit mask.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. I think they're going to be like, no, we'll make David Harbour somebody else.
Yeah, that would be great.
I mean, even if he plays Taskmaster, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think he's playing something like the Red something or other.
But like, I think one of the chicks will end up being Taskmaster.
Well, they're gonna phantasm it up. If they do phantasm it up, I hope that since we've seen some concept art that they've released of Taskmaster, that they do go more Phantasm in terms of making him actually look like a skeleton man as opposed to a snowboarder. Because that mask is almost Taskmaster. It's like almost Taskmaster.
Right.
Like you're almost there. You give him the shield with the T. Again, made it smaller than Cap's shield and no cape. But you gave him the hood, though. It's like, what are you doing?
Right.
So, I hope we're getting full-blown Taskmaster. At this point, who are you trying to trick into seeing your Marvel movie?
No, I know.
You think they're going to get scared by your pirate ghost?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. You're give him the Buccaneer boots, give him the orange and the white, give him the cape, give him the Queen's accent, make the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, we'll see what happens. I
hope you're right, though. I hope it is a girl.
There was just a quote someone said that they were like holding back who was playing Taskmaster.
Oh, good.
I was like,
it'd be. You know what I'd imagine? Because like I know they're gonna introduce Yelena Belova, who's like the blonde Black Widow.
Yeah.
Maybe like Black Widow's like, maybe I'm getting too old for this and I'm kind of done being Black Widow. But like she meets this young lady, she's like, oh my god, you can be my protege, and she like starts to train her, earns her trust. Turns out she's actually been Taskmaster the whole time.
Right.
She's like, I have to kill you. Turns out only I'm the perfect person for the job. Like I have to keep being Black Widow. Like I can't stop.
Right.
But that's a lot of speculation for a movie we know literally nothing about.
Exactly. It was just it's just some thoughts. Like it's not like we're saying this is going to happen.
No, not at all.
We're just saying let's chat about it.
We're filling an hour talking about movies that are coming out in 2 years.
Throw some thoughts out into the ether.
Right?
But I thought that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, I love that idea. I'm down.
I'm kind of like, I think it's neat that she'll be fighting Taskmaster in whatever form Taskmaster ends up being. A combatant that can mimic every move that you do.
Yes.
That's neat.
I presume then the Taskmaster will do a lot of moves where he takes his legs and wraps them around your head and then does a couple of spins and then gets you onto the ground.
Right.
That's like her signature move.
I know. It's a good move.
Here's another tip.
If I could do that, I would do it like all the time.
You would. Absolutely. No. You should learn to do it just to be able to do it.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, one tip for Black Widow, don't kill Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Stop killing your villains.
Yeah.
Hashtag stop killing your villains. Also hashtag Livewire if you want to win a sweet page from Livewire number 9 coming out in August. Yeah. Any other thoughts about Black Widow?
I mean, I'm gonna see it. I'm looking forward to it. I saw that Scarlett Johansson was really excited to play Black Widow in this particular film because of where the journey she's gone on with the character.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how like excited she is that she's like kind of come like. It's weird because it's like clearly Black Widow was like come into her own.
Yeah.
Already when she first pretty much arrived,
right.
being like this
being like a cameo in an Iron Man movie?
But also being like a master spy and all that stuff. But like Scarlett Johansson, I think has like come into her own with it, and I think that's what she's feeling, and so she's just very excited to portray this character here, and I'm looking forward to it. I think she's gonna do a good job with it.
Fair enough. Luke Varillos is calling it now. WandaVision ends with the reveal that Scarlet Witch conjured it all. Vision never came back. Post credit with her now on Doctor Strange's radar. Like the whole show is like a House of M. Like kind of illusion that she makes for herself.
Right.
Okay. I have no idea.
We'll get there.
We'll get there in a minute.
There.
I will say, the dream sequences, I'm sick of them. Donovan Davis, does Blade have to be R-rated, or do you think it can work as a PG-13 like all the other Marvel movies? I would hope for R, but I would expect PG-13.
Maybe they could be energy vampires.
That would make me rip myself in half like Alan Stelter. 2 mics, 1 take. Do you think the Phase 4 slate could change over time? For example, Spider-Man Homecoming added after Civil War. Much love, take care. Thank you very much, 2 Mike. Here's the thing. Yes. Actually, I think Feige even left the door open for that when he made his announcement. He's like, and anything can happen, you never know. Inhumans was on that list.
It's true. No, it's true. So
Spider-Man got acquired. I mean, there are fewer acquisitions to make at this point.
Yeah.
Full-blown Hulk. You can make a Hulk movie then, sure, but it would take some time. Full-blown Namor. You can make a Namor movie. Again, these are the only 2 movies or characters that are in limbo at this point.
Sure.
Or Sony could get too big for their britches. Disney acquires Sony Studios, and now they're like, okay, Spider-Man for days.
Maybe.
Those are speculative.
But yes, no, they could definitely change the slate.
I expect the slate to at least enhance, if not seriously change, over the next 2 years.
Right.
Red Samurai, first of all, just wanted to say I love Comic Pop. Also, that Marvel's finally doing street-level heroes with Shang-Chi and Blade. Hopefully, Daredevil in, 2 years. Also, Armie Hammer for Magneto. And cast the X-Men team young, like Tom Holland. It's a good idea. I like the idea of street-level characters.
Yes.
It's too bad that, they're like, okay, we're going to go street-level. And now we have to wait 2 years for our street-level characters to come back to the family. After the Netflix cancellation.
Right, which is maybe why they were like, no, we're doing this now so that we can set this up, because maybe they have a slate that reaches out long enough to make that work.
That's my hope.
That doesn't mean they can't be working on scripts.
No, totally. They could do they could do casting, pre-production, everything. They have costumes and sets built.
Everything ready to go, and then be like, once they get them back, be like, let's do this, boom. It's funny, it is very New Avengers.
Yeah.
It's very New Avengers.
I would love that. Mr. Roboto, Sal, do you think we can get a villain called Pirate Ghost? I made a reference to Taskmaster being a pirate ghost.
Oh.
Second, could we get a Ghost Rider 1 million BC as a movie? No. You're not going to get that.
No.
But you will get a Ghost Rider show that's going to be straight to Hulu. And it's going to be starring the kid who plays Ghost Rider in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. That's too bad, because Jeff Loeb now has 2 things. He has Runaways and Cloak and Dagger, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is ending. The sooner we get those away from him, and the sooner those things are over, the sooner we can actually have the things you want. Unless you like Cloak and Dagger, which I haven't really even given a fair shake to, and I wouldn't bother with Runaways, but I hear it's not horrible. But again,
not horrible isn't enough.
I also know it's not in any way connected to the MCU, and that's the way it's going to be forever and ever and ever. So, thanks. It makes me sad. It really, breaks my heart to see, how Netflix never had a shot. As it turns out, they never had a shot.
Yeah, and yet they made such
a big deal about it. And they made such a great show. Such great shows. Multiple shows. Daredevil's the winner. Michael Patterson, Comic Pop Rocks. Thank you very much, Mike. Are you guys excited for Jane Thor Foster coming to the big screen? Also, do you think Ali will make a good Blade? Yes to both those things. I'll get more in depth when we get to Thor.
We're getting there.
Denton Films, Stranger Things Season 3 was so good. Elseworlds Exchange episode, maybe? We should do that.
Yeah.
We should talk about Stranger Things.
Yes.
It might be worth a comic line. We'll see. But I loved Stranger Things Season 3.
Yeah.
Without getting into spoilers, because I don't want to ruin the show for anybody.
Nope.
It's literally 2 or 3 weeks old.
Yeah,
I think it might be one of my favorite seasons. So, all right. Moving on to the next movie or show, Falcon Winter Soldier Fall 2020 on Disney+. Mm-hmm. Looks fun. It sounds like it's going to be the transition until, so that, it's not going to be Sam Captain America Wilson. It's going to be Sam Falcon Wilson, evidenced by the name. But I think it's going to be a transition show.
Yeah.
Where it's we're not going to see Sam in the costume until probably the last episode.
Yeah.
Of course, there's only 8 episodes, so
Right.
You don't have to wait very long.
My understanding is Baron Zemo is going to be in it, and that he will have a more comic bookian mask going on there.
Yes, you mean since he didn't wear one at all?
Yes.
I love that idea. I heard that some people at Comic-Con got to see the mask, or at the very least him putting it on.
Right. It's a little more purple, and that the idea is that it could be playing around with whether or not Bucky's brainwashing has actually been undone.
Yeah. I hope it has. I'm sick of that plot. I don't care about Bucky being brainwashed anymore. I barely care about Bucky. So,
right.
Give me some Zemo. Don't kill him in the show. Mm-hmm. That's all I can keep saying is don't kill them. Any other expectations or hopes for the Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Honestly, I have no idea. I mean, it'll be a totally different animal being on the streaming service. It's going to be new for them having that much control over this. You know what I mean? Not that they didn't have control over the Netflix shows, but it was
they didn't
feel, and they knew those shows weren't involved with their movies they were making, whereas these are.
Yes.
So I'll be interested to see is how crucial they'll be.
Right.
If at all.
I think they will be.
I don't know, because I'm wondering if they're going to weigh the balance between being crucial and being you're in the know,
right?
But it's
a
not
reference.
Crucial, because otherwise we'll alienate the people who didn't get the service and still want to see the movies.
Right, that's true. That being said, though, the fact they incorporated them directly into the phase, the fact they were Phase 4 is these shows!
Right, but they did that at Comic-Con, where, that is their audience that they're selling this service to, as opposed to the general public who's probably never going to buy it.
They're probably not going to talk about, Disney Plus, they'll talk about it at
Sure, no, they will, but, for other reasons. I mean, they'll be and our great Marvel stuff, check it out, but, also, you want to watch a Disney film,
that's the only place to watch it.
Better get on.
Yeah.
So, I think it's just different audiences, different branding is what they're going to be doing right now. So, like I said, I'm really interested to see how crucial these shows will end up being.
I hope they are very crucial, but also at the same time, I hope that they at least, try really hard to push the envelope in some way.
Okay.
The Eternals, November 6th, 2020.
Yes.
Shortly before your birthday.
Yeah.
You're going to get the Eternals movie, which, as I understand it, is... And we speculated about this well in advance, like, that they're going to use the Neil Gaiman run as their kind of, like...
That was like... I was like...
Tester. And you're like, how could they not?
I was like, I feel like there's no way they won't, but, like, I've been obviously wrong before. They could have decided to tell their own story. They could have taken an amalgam of other stories, but it seems like they're leaning that way.
Yeah.
For sure. Because that's how they decided to modernize and reintroduce them to people who didn't know much about them at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, I could imagine them being like, well, we have this to start with. Let's just run with that make changes to it as we go.
The book literally does exactly what they're trying to do with the movie.
Yeah.
Which is say they've always been there, but introduce them to new readers.
Yeah, exactly. That being said, it's really funny that Jolie ended up being Thena because, like, a week ago, I was like, she doesn't have to be that. She could be the other character. She could be her.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to be Cersei if they want to go younger.
Yeah.
Or not have that character at all.
Which we haven't seen any names for. I guarantee you Cersei will be in it.
They're definitely changing up some of the characters with Selma Hayek being Ajax.
Yeah, what?
They're dumb. What does it matter? They're Eternals.
I guess that's right. I mean, like, certainly their approach.
It could be brother against sister then, or sister against sister.
Yeah,
that kind of
probably.
thing. Or they won't do that at all. That being
know.
said, like, I am interested. I'm just, like, I know you're not quite interested, but I am definitely interested. I think I'm definitely looking forward to whether or not they're going to make Thanos an Eternal.
I hope they do.
I really do too.
That'd be really nice.
Supposed to
because
be.
he is. Yeah. Dodge Morningstar. For some reason, I can't explain. I'm really excited for Eternals.
Yeah, I mean, like, what it does is, like, it opens up the it's funny. It's like a soft, like, dip into the idea of, like, how do we have characters that have always been here?
Right.
And then release them, like, such as the X-Men.
Yeah, how are we going to explain mutants?
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure it will be exactly like that, but, like, let's see how this goes. Like, how did we do? It also helps to strengthen that, like, cosmic concept much more so than Guardians has done. Not that Guardians didn't do a fine job having Ego, who was apparently, you know, a Celestial.
Yeah. That's the way they're going to explain it. Sure, fine.
But you know what I mean? That, like, it's just like a, like, hi, we're doing magic, kind of, sometimes, but, like, let's really strengthen this, like, cosmic, science-y, but also sort of, like, mystical elements to the Marvel Universe, and I think that I dig that, because it creates, like, this sense of, like, age.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is what the Eternals do, in my opinion. Like, they help to be like, no, this is cemented in history. Not that everything else that has happened hasn't done that, but it's like, no, it's been going on for a long time. It's kind of crap.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah. The weird gender bending is like, okay, well, we'll see how it goes.
Well, I feel like if you're going to do that in any franchise, it would be this one, because, like, so few people are super aware of the Eternals that it's not such a big deal.
Right. Like, are you going to freak out if Makari is a woman? Like, both of you are very disappointed. But otherwise, not so much.
I don't know if you guys can hear this storm. It is
storming out.
It's intense.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings in February. Smart move, putting out in February, the graveyard of new movies. But also the place where Deadpool reigns supreme.
Right. So that could just be like we have a strong enough plot. It's something that's approachable because of the fact that it is martial arts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you kind of
people
know
are
what you're
going
getting into it.
They still go to the theater in February.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just a question of, and especially if they're like, I don't have any real options. It's February. It's the dumping ground of January, February is the dumping ground for Hollywood. So it's like, yeah, Shang-Chi could make $100 million.
Right.
The Legend of the Ten Rings, I think they're going to be retconning that Shang-Chi is the son of the Mandarin, the real Mandarin.
Right.
And they're like, no, it's the Mandarin's the main villain. 10 Rings. We're going to be doing the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it makes sense to, if you're going to make the Mandarin real, and you're going to make him Asian, like the Mandarin was.
Right.
But you don't want to make him racist. Then I guess you tie him in with Shang-Chi if you want to make a Shang-Chi movie. Shang-Chi was the one that came completely out of left field for me, where they were like, we're gonna make it Shang-Chi. And I'm like, sure you are, like everything. Yeah, no, like, you're making them all. I get you. Yeah, whatever. But, like, they really did make it.
Yeah.
And I guess, like, here's the thing. I hope Shang-Chi looks the most like a real movie, because it's kung fu stuff. It's just, they've been making those for 100 years, and they really have only stopped making them good over the last 20. So, like, maybe they should just kind of, like, stick to how it's done well. Have really, really well choreographed fight scenes.
Yeah.
Really, really grounded sets and actors. And, you know, yeah, the Mandarin. But, like, we're doing a different kind of Mandarin. Like we did last time we did the Mandarin. You know, I'm in, as long as it's not, like, that weird, like Ant-Man kind of looked. You know, where you're like, oh, like, how much...
The first one?
Yeah, Ant-Man and Ant-Man 2, where you're like, how much of this is CG? Like, did they just shoot this all in CG and just place the actors anywhere? Like, just some of these Marvel movies look a little too fake.
Right.
And, like, a Kung Fu movie's the one movie where people train their whole lives to be in a movie to look awesome. Just get the people who do that.
Right. I mean, that being said, I am excited for at least... I know one of the cast.
Yeah.
I don't know the other guy very
No,
well.
I don't recognize their names at all.
Oh, okay. So, Tony Leung, I'm sorry. I'm going to butcher that.
Sure, whatever.
It's not, like, I do better with the Japanese side of language, not the Mandarin. But
not the
he
Mandarin.
he was in Hero.
Oh!
He plays Broken Sword.
Oh.
And I love
I know you love Hero.
I love Hero. I love that movie so much. And I think he's great.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited that he's part of this. The other gentleman, Sima, I don't remember the full name. Sima Liu?
Mm-hmm.
Liu, whatever it is.
Okay.
I don't know much about him. I do know that he has a really great sense of humor, because he tweeted several months or years ago or whatever about you know, you're doing all these things, Marvel. How about an Asian superhero? And then he went back to his own tweets and he's like, well, there you go. Because he is in the movie now. And I was like, that's spectacular. He would return to his tweets and was just like, oh, never mind.
Well, shut my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. That kind
That's
of thing.
awesome.
So I was like, that's cool. That to me, I don't know, shows a real love or enjoyment of what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so I think that kind of passion, especially in a film that involves martial arts, kung fu, I think that can really translate. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Right, exactly.
Oh, sorry, Tony Leung is playing the Mandarin.
Right.
So
yeah, cool.
That's awesome.
Right. Does
Awesome.
this mean that that Marvel One-Shots movie with Trevor Slattery and Justin Hammer is in continuity? Because that little short, if you can find on YouTube or on the internet, retcons in that there is a real Mandarin, and he basically springs Trevor Slattery from prison and gets revenge on him.
Wouldn't that be insane if this was the movie that Justin Hammer came back in?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't kill Justin Hammer. Greg
I mean,
DeMage.
just as a quick thing. Just a...
Listen, you know me, I want Justin Hammer in all of them.
Right.
By the way, Far From Home, Justin Hammer should have been funding Mysterio and everybody.
Sure.
Greg DeMage, Jared Leto, and versus Mahershala Ali, maybe? Also, Cloak and Dagger is in the Netflix universe, which is a cool reveal. Yes, it is a cool reveal. It's too bad it's all dead, except for Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Also, did Baron Mordo get snapped? Good question. Probably not.
Even if he did, he's back.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Chiwetel Ejiofor doesn't look 5 years older. So, probably. Rolling Gamer 258. Thoughts, hopes for D23 announcements? You're going to get X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, maybe, if Sony gives them the deal.
They'll probably at least touch on them, but, even if they don't, I won't be surprised if there isn't a whole lot about it. I think Fantastic Four, probably less so, but I think X-Men, or at least I'm hoping that they're going to take their time with it.
I hope they do, too.
It's a lot of characters to balance, and it's a
Yeah.
lot of decisions to make on where to start.
Yeah.
Because we've seen them try to start it several times already.
Yeah.
So, I'm one of those people, I'm like, it's okay to take your time.
Absolutely.
I don't take forever.
No.
But, I'm okay with them, figuring out the right way to do it instead of just trying to do it as fast as possible.
I agree with that. But I'm also Fantastic Four you can make tomorrow.
I think that's way easier, although some of the ramifications of Fantastic Four, not just the team, but their villain base.
Yeah, the Mole Man lives underground. Do you mean to tell me that Tony Stark didn't encounter the Mole Man when he was laying down that pipe in the beginning of Avengers? Remember when he was putting the underwater pipes? He didn't bump into any mole people? That's
no,
weird.
Apparently not. But you know what I mean,
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom, Galactus in particular.
Yeah, Doctor Doom,
Those
Galactus.
two characters, like, it means
Annihilus,
a lot for the Marvel universe as a whole. So I can imagine them also trying to make sure they're balancing this appropriately.
They don't want to screw up Doctor Doom. You really can't.
Yeah, but you also don't want to, like, wait and not do it. So
I agree.
I don't envy them.
No. Gorgon Fish. When will She-Hulk or Red Hulk show up in the MCU? Red Hulk sooner than She-Hulk. She-Hulk probably never.
Get Liv Tyler. It's fun.
That'd be great. Red She-Hulk. Brevin Campbell 12. Hey, just wanted to give some also Jane.
Yeah.
Like Jane
Foster.
Oh, Jane. Yes, I thought you were talking about the man who called Jane. But yes.
We gotta go to the
I know. I can't
Panorama
wait.
hero.
Mr. Roboto, ideal pirate Ghost Rider second. Which idea? Pirate Ghost Rider. Yep.
Yes.
I'm down for that.
I want to see a pirate flaming ghost ship.
Yeah.
Fly into the harbor someplace.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Second, Witch Eternals. Witch Eternals. There's 3.
You mean like team wise? I'm guessing they're gonna definitely lean towards.
They're gonna go with the Gaiman
team.
Yeah.
Like grouping.
Sprites in the cast, so it's gonna be the Gaiman one. The Red Samurai martial arts in Iron Fist is so weak. I was watching Patrick Willems' video about Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and that video is amazing as it is a movie. Shang-Chi better have martial arts on the level with that movie. I agree.
I think it will because at least we know that Tony Leung is used to participating in that. I don't know. Again, I don't know much about Simu Liu, so I don't have any idea. I'll have to look into that kind of thing. Not that I'm a huge martial arts movie buff.
I'm not, but I appreciate it when I see it.
I do. I really like seeing it, and I wish I made more time to watch it.
Right.
But that gives me hope because a lot of times actors like that are like, they crave it and they want to do it and they want to participate in it and they want to make it the best that they can. So I think that's probably what we're gonna see.
Wanda Vision comes spring 2021.
Can we just talk about the fact that I really don't like the name of that show?
It's a horrible name.
I mean, like, I get it. There's definitely some like indications there as to what we're gonna see, whether it is something that is fake, whether it's something that she's searching for, whatever. I get it. There's potentially a lot of levels. That being said, Wanda Vision.
It sounds like that show that I think was on Netflix that starred Emma Stone and Jonah Hill about how like they live in different like realities, but they're all part of the same reality. It just feels like it's gonna be one of those things where like we're gonna see like Elizabeth Olsen in like a 1950s like, you know, noir femme fatale dress in a black and white episode, and like Paul Bettany's gonna be like a hard-boiled detective in one episode, and then another one they're gonna be like in the Old West or something. Like it feels like it's gonna be some weird, annoying multiversal Outer Limits kind of show,
right?
Where she's like, where they're both like caught in this like kaleidoscope of realities,
right,
and at the end of it she's gonna find out that like she's still alone, he's still a robot. I don't know. I don't care. I've never asked for it and I don't want it. Like
right.
I would rather this have a. I don't care. I don't care at all. I'm not gonna like disparage it or complain.
Right.
But I also am not gonna pretend like I've like couldn't wait for the show.
No, I am like I'm definitely interested in it. I just wish it wasn't called.
It's a terrible name.
I just don't like that name.
Right.
I think it's just very weak. And I think it's going to betray the potential severity of the show itself, because there could be a lot to this show. I mean, you're like going to be watching a woman either trying to literally resurrect or figure out how to resurrect the person she loves, who is a like artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Or like it's going to be her traveling through the multiverse, attempting to find another vision that she can then pull into her own universe or something like that. But like there's something deeper there, and I just feel like it's just I don't know. Anyway, that's not the point. The point isn't the name of it. The point is the content of it. I mean, supposedly it is going to show how Vision is resurrected. The fact that they're doing this potentially without Shuri at all, is baffling. I mean, I guess she could have the information, anyway. I don't know. She could pluck another Vision out of the multiverse and then use the information Shuri has and overwrite him with it. Yeah. And thus, like, moral quandary of like killing one Vision to service herself.
Exactly.
I don't know. There's a lot that could happen in this show.
Yep.
The fact that it is the thing that's being released just before Doctor Strange, there'll probably be some ties to it. I mean, certainly if she's going to be in it, they may have to address it, unless it takes place prior to it,
or in another reality.
Who knows? You know what I mean? So yeah.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This is the movie that I'm sure everyone expects you to want like to tattoo on your back.
Right.
I will point out this. Did you notice the title card?
No.
The title card of Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness is almost identical to John Carpenter's In the Mouths of Madness.
Oh, sure.
Just kind of like yeah, John
no,
Carpenter, huh? You like The Thing, Tiffany. Here's all the things you like. You like Doctor Strange. You like The Thing. You like Lovecraft. You must can't wait to tattoo this movie on your face.
Nope.
But you also think this director sucks.
I do. I'm not a fan.
And you weren't really excited about the first movie, so why would you be excited about this movie?
I really wasn't. That's not me saying this is going to be bad, and it's not me saying you shouldn't enjoy Doctor Strange, the first movie, and you shouldn't enjoy this movie.
If you like it, you're going to be like, oh no, I like it.
No, here's the thing. I want to like it. So, like, if I do like it, that's a win.
Yes.
I don't care.
Right.
But I don't have, like, incredible expectations for this.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people have been saying Nightmare should be in it and he's going to be in it.
Right.
You're calling it basically Into the Mouths of Madness.
Yes.
You better put Shumagorath in it. He's the closest thing you can get to an Elder God or an Eldritch God.
Yeah.
It's just like...
What if Baron Mordo becomes a disciple of Shumagorath and, like, we'll see him in big, terrible CG at the end of the movie? And they have to, like, punch him in the eye a couple times.
No! I mean, like, it could just be a looming threat, much like Cthulhu is, or any other Lovecraftian, like, unfeeling, unheard of god.
I would love that.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know how, like, everybody hated, not everybody, most of us hated Galactus, like, Cloud?
Yes.
If literally part of, like, you never fight Shumagorath.
Yeah, you never see him.
If there's just a moment where, like, something like a rift tears open, there's just, like, tentacles coming through, I'm like, it's Shumagorath!
No, it just needs to be the end of Hellboy.
Right? Like, literally.
When they open the portal and, like, his tentacles come out, like, that's all you need.
Yes, maybe you see one blink.
Yes.
Like, the rift blinks.
Right. But just a reference, and that way, and it'd be kind of fun if they were, like, if they set up Shumagorath in terms of, like, almost like a magical Thanos, where it's like, what if we build towards that? Not like that we're going to build towards Shumagorath being, like, the big bad of the Marvel Universe, but more like, every Doctor Strange appearance or movie, he's like, yeah, but, like, there's this big space squid that might destroy everything.
Right, but like, if you're doing something called the Multiverse of Madness, you can have Shumagorath come from another universe.
Right.
So that doesn't matter. Like, he's just like, and he's over there, and hopefully he'll just never come back because, like, why?
Because he doesn't care about us.
Exactly.
Like, he doesn't have an opinion. It's just he's gonna get you. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I know someone in the chat was mentioning the fact that it's like Doctor Strange has become too predictable for me, and that's my problem. No, my problem was that magic wasn't done in a way that seemed super magical to me.
Right.
And I understand the desire for filmmakers to try to quantify it so that it doesn't end up being something like Harry Potter. I totally get that.
I don't understand why not.
Right?
Harry Potter is just, I say a word and it sounds fun and it becomes the thing. It's Birdus Flamus and it becomes a Firebird and it's my friend forever until it disappears. Right. Like, whatever. Like,
I know.
That movie made each of those movies made $1 billion friggin' dollars. Like,
I know. No, but you know what I'm saying though.
But like, it should be just Harry Potter. Like, go Harry Potter with it.
They want it to be taken seriously, and I guess they feel like this is the best way to do it. I think my biggest thing where it's like, here is the reason, here's an example, a solid example of what was wrong with the first Strange movie for me.
Right.
Were sling rings.
Yeah. Like, well, people can't just be teleporting.
Well,
But if I need everyone to be able to teleport, I need to give them some kind of, like, magical device.
Look, I get that for, like, maybe lesser wizards, right? But, like, the Sorcerer Supreme and the Ancient One should be able to
teleport by themselves.
Do that. That being said, wasn't also not a fan of Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One.
No.
But I'm just not a
Was anyone really, was
fan.
anyone really excited for Tilda Swinton being Ancient One? I know people were, like, explaining why. It's like, well, the Hong Kong China thing, that's why they can't just make it be from Tibet.
I literally don't care.
But
I just
cares
don't
about that?
care for her as an actress.
Yeah, no, I just don't want condescending Tilda Swinton to, like, complaining in my movie.
Yeah, that's really it. That being said, I hope the movie's good. Like I said, I want it to be good. This happens to be in this director's wheelhouse, the idea of doing horror. Mm-hmm. Although, apparently Benedict Cumberbatch was sure to say the fact that they were going to keep elements of the humor from the first movie.
Right.
And pair it in with this.
Yeah.
And I was like, if done properly, that can be great.
That's the only way. I mean, like, here's the thing. You need Doctor Strange to be relatable, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And in essence, that's how most good fiction works, is your protagonist is relatable. So it's like, if he is facing oblivion and he makes a joke to make himself feel less horrified, that's completely acceptable.
Yeah. So Here's hoping that it's awesome. I don't know. I have zero idea who the villain will be.
I hope it's not a Caecilius lame, like, throwaway character.
No. It's weird, though, that, like, that they've set up Baron Mordo. We haven't seen or heard from him.
No, at all.
It's
kind of surprising.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool if Baron Mordo was behind? If they do choose Schumer Gorath, that, like, Baron Mordo is somehow behind that.
Right. I mean, that's what I
neat.
expect. Is that they could retcon it so that Schumer Gorath is like the magic eater. You know, he's like Baron Mordo's on this whole journey to destroy the wizards.
Right.
He's like, there's too many wizards, too many magic users. It's like he's like
Vader.
Yeah. Right. Well, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna destroy the world, but like he's also gonna eat magic, and that's good for like I'm good with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So and like if it is Nightmare, that's very Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Nightmare's a great villain.
I'm just annoyed that they would make a Lovecraftian reference and not put the thing in that could easily be a Lovecraftian villain.
Right.
In your Marvel universe without creating something new.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do?
I don't know. I do know that everyone will correct you on your opinion.
Oh, I know.
Because, like, girls don't get comics. So, moving on to Loki.
Oh, no, hang on. Here's the thing.
You don't know what you're talking about, Tiffany. Okay? I don't care that you've read, like, literally 3 volumes worth of comic books about Doctor Strange, and that you have an art degree, and that you know what you're talking about. But you don't know what you're talking about because your interpretation is different from mine, and therefore is incorrect.
You know what? That's okay.
It's just simply wrong. It's just simply wrong.
We can have different opinions, and even if Nightmare's in it, doesn't mean that there can't be another villain. How many times?
Well, they're gonna
Marvel
do. There's no way
done more than one villain.
There's no way they're not gonna. There's no way it's gonna be just Nightmare.
Right. So it's like.
Because they don't trust Doctor Strange. Like, it could be just Nightmare. Mm-hmm. Could it be because the guy who made Insidious is making a Doctor Strange movie? Could it be that it's a movie that's about, like, one family that's being tormented by a horrible demon, and they ask Doctor Strange for help, and the movie takes place in, like, 3 bedrooms, and it costs, like, $40 million,
right?
And it's just really cool and dark and gritty, and it turns out that the actual problem is this freaking thing called Nightmare,
right?
And, like, it's actually just a really cool movie that makes $200 million. Like, yeah, that would be... but we don't live in that reality.
Again, admittedly, that would be very cool.
But we don't live in that reality, and so you're not going to get that movie.
Yeah.
Nightmare's going to be like a disciple of Schumer Gorath or Dormammu, and Baron Mordo's also going to be in it. There's going to be 4 different villains.
Nightmare might roll up looking like his, like, 90s Morpheus self on, like, a gaunt horse in, like, his ridiculous all-green onesie.
It's green, I'm almost Green Goblin and Morpheus at once.
And be like, hey, man, you're trapped in my world now.
Listen, I want that too.
And, like...
I want my Doctor Strange movie that I just pitched.
No, that would be fine. And again, like...
Plus, it's like the guy who made Insidious. It's like, just do Insidious again, but with Doctor Strange.
Right, and like, here's the thing. He might have made the first Doctor Strange movie just to get to where he is right now. And we might end up with a really sweet, amazing horror movie that's like PG-13. Yeah.
Right. So, who knows? But I do know that, like...
And Scarlet Witch will be in it.
Scarlet Witch is also in it, and, it could be... Okay, here the reality is it's probably going to be that, like, at the end of the show, she's going to be, like... through her multiversal tapping or her bullshit to try and resurrect Vision, Nightmare controls and takes over her mind, and she's like stuck in like a magic coma, and then Doctor Strange is like, I gotta save her, and the movie's about saving her. Right. But who knows?
Or she could just be in it
because she's got magic stuff. That'd be cool.
Because they're just trying to tie that in.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we have to establish you are magic and not not a mutant.
Loki comes out spring 2021 as well. Yep. It's got the worst title I've ever seen in a professional studio make in a long time. Yeah. Not ever. No. It's in a long time. It looks like one of those horrible coexist bumper stickers, but made by somebody who's like, I found out how the bevel tool in Photoshop works.
Yeah, the logo left a little to be desired.
Google it. It's really bad.
The show itself is...
I'm in.
Right?
It's just Tesseract Loki bouncing around the Marvel universe. Yeah, I think that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and he's charming and whatever.
Yeah, who doesn't love Tom Hiddleston as Loki? Everyone does. Right. Except for the one guy in the chat, I'm sure, who will say like, I never liked him.
Well,
well, you're alone.
It's interesting too that that's like the 3rd show they're going to launch for Marvel on Disney Plus with like this new content that they're rolling out, right? Yes. I think it's kind of an interesting call because it's like you might pick it up then, and then you have these other shows you could watch, which might make you keep it.
Yes.
So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah. Speaking of shows, What If, the animated series, coming summer 2021.
Like, everybody's coming back to voice their characters.
Yeah, everyone's coming back to voice their characters. Anybody who might be dead or who isn't around, you're going to get that. And the guy who played Anthony Hopkins' second in command from Westworld.
Yes.
Is playing the voice of Uatu. Which is
yes, that's right.
casting.
I saw that too.
I love that idea. Just Uatu being like, hey. I'm like, you know what? I didn't pick him in my personal, in our video where I cast the Fantastic Four franchise. And we talked about, like, I think I cast Mark Strong as Uatu. But, like, I love the idea of that, of I can't remember that actor's name, and forgive me. But I love that actor's voice, and I think he's going to be a great Uatu, and I'm so down. Like, I'm so up for that.
Right.
So, you know, Watcher beside, you're also getting these, like, fun little, like, and what sucks is that, like, everybody was talking about, like, what books do you think they're going to adapt? I'm like, I think zero books. Mm-hmm. You're only going to get, like, you're going to get the premise of What If couched in the MCU.
Yeah.
So it's going to be just, like, the most obvious divergent points playing out in an animated fashion. Now, this may be the first time you actually see a good-looking animated property from Disney.
Right.
With a Marvel logo on it.
Right.
Because Disney, for some reason, can't seem to actually do good animation when it comes to Marvel properties. And it could be just because they're like, well, that's because the movie and show, or they're going to make money whether I do a good job or not.
Right,
so
right,
who gives
right,
a
right.
shit?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, with this, it has to look halfway decent.
Right.
So it will.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I also like the whole what if concept.
I love
just
what
in
if.
general.
Yeah.
So I think that it's great, and the fact that they are bringing the voices back so that it's not like, wait, that's not right. That's not. Ooh, it's almost there.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, like looking at the footage from the Avengers game and how they're like, I want to make them look like the people from the MCU, but legally distinct enough so that they're not. So you're like, what the fuck am I looking at right now?
Right. I was going to say that it's like in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the guy playing Nick Fury is doing
Oh my god.
a Sam Jackson impersonation.
But like one that you do when you're drunk at a party. You're like, I think I do a pretty good Sam Jackson. Oh yeah, go ahead. Hey,
yeah,
I'm Samuel Jackson. That's not even close.
Yeah,
what was
like,
that?
Yeah.
Do your Fozzie Bear next. So that's a no.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited about What If. Dan S., I hope to see the Fin Fang Foom connection to the Ten Rings in Shang-Chi.
That would be...
Fin Fang Foom. Is it too much to ask for a giant, like, dragon with no genitals?
Could you imagine that? Like, that whole movie is just martial arts, and then
a dragon
shows up.
Or they go to Monster Island.
Ah.
Storm King, father and son, would be a good bond for Shang-Chi and the Mandarin. Tiff really liked the new hair. Rogue would be jealous.
Oh, well, thank you. It's growing out.
Yeah. Joshua Wright, sounds like Jane wants you to hurry along. And then some fun emojis. Yes. I know, right? Stark Mad 91. So the Watchmen TV show is a sequel to the movie, considering Dr. Manhattan comes back to Earth.
He
leaves. Manhattan leaves in the comic and the movie. So
yeah.
It could be either.
I watched the trailer for that, and like it just seems like its own thing.
It's totally its own thing.
I might check it out though.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, like, a lot of effort and production value is going into it.
That's really, I was just like, it looks nice.
Yeah.
It looks good.
The Grey Initiate, Derrickson confirmed it'll be Nightmare. Yep. Penn helping us out, and Adam Thurnhouse says, Tiff, do you think Wanda will take a Clea apprenticeship role to Strange?
She could. I mean, she absolutely could, but like, I'm hoping that they do more of the Wanda from the comics who's like, I don't need this.
Right.
I did this long before you came along.
No, I know this. That's my power is magic. You have to study? Pass.
No, I'm good. I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Clea will take the role of Clea.
Yes. That'd be great.
But I see what you're talking about, though, because, like, you know, Strange has had many apprentices. But hopefully, if not Clea, then we'll get Rintrah.
Yes.
And, you know, there'll be a big green Minotaur running around.
Yeah, John Rhys Davies for Rintrah.
He doesn't have to be the voice of every...
Yes,
like,
of every CG, like benevolent character.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's fine.
Also coming to Disney Plus, Hawkeye. Jeremy Renner passing the torch to the Kate Bishop actor.
Right.
They used the Matt Fraction logo for the Hawkeye series.
I saw that.
Which was like, yeah, why don't you do that all the time, except for Thor, because that looks amazing. But yeah, like, I think this is going to be the one that people mistakenly pass on.
Yeah, because I think...
Particularly after they're like, oh, Wanda Vision wasn't really great.
Yeah, but then Loki will have come along.
Then Loki will
and
come
what
along.
if?
Yeah, but like, Hawkeye, that sounds great. I'm so on board. I hope it's not really long, but I hope it's also just like, I hope it's just jam-packed. I hope it feels like...
Yeah.
Hawkeye's been able to be the most like a Netflix series. Like Daredevil. You know, where it's fun and cool and makes all the references and does all the right things.
Yeah.
But also is its own cohesive thing. I'm all on board.
Well, I think Renner himself will make it worth watching.
Yes, he's fun and great.
He's fun. He likes playing the character. Like,
yeah,
he just seems like a nice guy.
Right. I hope that's true. But yeah, I'm down for Hawkeye. That's all. I hope they just grab the comic and go, yeah,
there it is.
Except like he has a full family, so it's gonna be harder to do. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be very different. So, but I hope it maintains the spiritual nature of.
Maybe they'll open it just like Endgame opened.
Yeah. His family's dead, and he
No,
lives
I mean
alone.
like a similar shot where he was training her.
Yes, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That wasn't her though. That was his daughter.
But she's like, I'm just.
But yeah, no, I agree.
Just.
It was a pretty.
I was trying to create like this like visual like symmetry of like, you know, he's training the next Hawkeye so he can be with his family instead of last time training his daughter and then his family went away.
And then they go away. I see a reverse of that. That's cool. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Jeez.
Any other thoughts on Hawkeye?
No, I mean like I think Renner will make it fun.
Right.
So.
Zombate90 says, I hope Yayan Ruian and Sisep. Sorry, I can't speak these names. But I hope that these actors who are cast in Shang-Chi, they're the duo that fought John Wick at the giant glass room in John Wick 3. Didn't see it, don't know who that is, but I hope they're in it too, just for your sake.
Wasn't that we didn't want to see it.
No.
Just.
Well, also, like, I think you kind of said everything you needed to say with John Wick. I don't need to see 2 more.
I don't know.
I'm good.
Okay.
Like,
I'm sure
they're great. Do they kill dogs in every movie? Like,
I hope
they
not.
set up this whole
Does the dog die?
Yeah. Let's go to doesthedogdie.com or something. I don't know. No, I hope that these actors you're naming are in it because I don't care. And so, like, if I don't care, they might as well be. I have no stake in it. Hashtag Livewire. You want this free art? Hashtag Livewire in the chat. It'll be selected for you at the end of the show. Thor Love and Thunder comes November 5th, 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That went away. I mean, like, we'd always talked about this idea.
Yes.
I didn't think it was ever going to actually happen.
No. Well, the fact that, like, they convinced Natalie Portman to come back, probably because I remember, like, talking about this years ago and being like, well, they cast Natalie Portman as Jane Foster. Obviously, they're going to keep her because, like, Jane Foster becomes Thor later on. Natalie Portman's a big-named actress. It would be... Like, there's no need to recast.
Right.
You can easily pass the baton if Chris Hemsworth doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yep.
And then I remember, like, reading that, like, Natalie Portman was so dissatisfied with her character because her character was literally nothing.
Yeah.
She was easy to write out of every movie she was not in because she didn't have to do anything and because her character is, like, I mean, Jane Foster doesn't do anything until she becomes interesting later on. Like, until people like Aaron do something with her. But,
right.
like, for a long time, Jane Foster was either not in the book or not doing anything in the book.
Right.
And so... for them to do something interesting with her now, I remember reading an interview with her, like, back during Thor the Dark World when she was like, Patty Jenkins got the raw end of the stick. Also, like, I don't do anything, and I only want to do these movies if I'm doing something. And it's like, well, Natalie, pick up a comic, because it's coming.
Yeah,
you just need to say it out loud a little more. So... she was under contract, I think, to be in another one anyway. I think she shows up in Endgame. I think she was actually in those scenes. I think they did shoot something with her at some point.
Okay.
It wasn't just recycled stuff, but
right.
like the fact that she's coming back and the fact that they're teasing this Jane Foster Thor thing with her holding Mjolnir at the panel says, like, I mean, that sounds great.
Yes.
I think that sounds awesome. And she's fun, and as long as she has a good director, and we know that they do, she'll be great, because, like, Natalie Portman lives and dies by her director. If she has a bad director, she looks and sounds and acts really flat. All Star Wars. But if she has, like, a good director, like Black Swan, or any other movie that she's in that you actually enjoy, like Leon the Professional, or any movie that she made when she wasn't 12 years old, trust me, she does a good job. So I think she'd be fun as Thor, especially if, like, she's allowed to be as fun as Waititi seems to indicate that they will be.
Right. Did you also see that Valkyrie?
Yes, is coming back.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Thor, Valkyrie, and and Jane, which suggests Love and Thunder. Oh no.
But did you read that that Valkyrie's looking for her queen?
Yeah.
I was like,
oh, that's what you're doing. Okay.
Well, they made a big deal about that because it's the first time we're gonna see an LGBTQT character in the MCU.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was like, okay.
All right. I remember when they were talking. That's funny because Sony deliberately hired Hemsworth and Thompson to be in Men in Black. Nobody saw this movie.
Right.
Because of the sexual chemistry between the two characters. So it's yet another example of Sony just missing it. But
that's funny.
Anyway,
funny.
But I think it's great. Yeah. Well, yeah. So jumping further into it,
sure.
J. Joseph Frazier says, since Monica Rambeau is showing up in WandaVision, maybe that's a gateway for Next Wave with Elsa Bloodstone. Listen, Next Wave would be a great show.
Yes. Are you kidding me?
And I think because Next Wave dealt with adult themes, but also bleeped things.
Yeah.
Like you had those great censor crossbones. You could make Next Wave a Disney Plus show, but still make it perfectly representative of the Warren Ellis property. Mm-hmm. I think it could work.
And then you still get Fin Fang Foom.
And you still get Fin Fang Foom, and he's just mad because he doesn't have any junk. If you haven't read Next Wave, it's super short.
Yeah,
and it's just very fun.
Quick read.
But
Definitely a quick read.
Yeah, and is it in continuity? Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, listen, Monica Rambeau. I love Monica Rambeau. She's Captain Marvel. She's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Not the first Captain Marvel ever, but she's the first female Captain Marvel. She was a leader of the Avengers. She did a lot of cool stuff. She did debut in a Spider-Man comic, but so did Cara Danvers. But she doesn't need to be a joke like she was in Next Wave. Next Wave, she's people forgot about Monica Rambeau and they marginalized her, and so Warren Ellis I'm gonna make. Literally, they need to trick her to turn around, and so they go, Monica, it's Captain America calling, and he needs you back on the Avengers. And she's like, oh, really? And they're like, no, and they just laugh at her. I want Monica Rambeau to be like an Avenger. I want her to be like a real superhero.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also down for her being on Next Wave, especially because come on, Elsa Bloodstone would be great.
Yes.
Plus, hey, by the way, what movie would be great to debut Elsa Bloodstone in?
Blade!
Coming in Phase 5.
Phase 5!
It's like Feige knew that this list wasn't nearly as bombastic and groundbreaking enough to blow everyone's minds.
Right.
So he's like, okay, in 4 years there's going to be a Blade movie. And so here's a logo and the actor who's playing Blade.
Maybe they felt like it was going to come out, so they were like, we'll just get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Their whole hat thing.
That was weak.
The hat thing?
Yeah, what's on your hat? What is it? It's dark. You can't see his hat. Anyway, but then they just threw it on the screen.
I gotta tell you, it's so far away, but the idea of doing a Blade movie in the MCU.
Yeah, in this world,
is just incredible. Being there's crazy purple guys who snap you out of reality, and there's magical realms, and there's Asgardian gods. There's also vampires.
Right.
I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's what kills me.
And Spider-Man, you better watch.
That's what kills me though, because Sony's making the Morbius movie.
I know.
That sucks because now you have Blade.
Sucks.
Lol. No, if Sony wasn't in the picture, Spider-Man 3 could have been Morbius. Make it Craven. But
make it Craven.
Yeah. So Blade is happening.
Yeah.
And I love Blade for the
we'll say it's happening for now until
Disney
decides to change up
the
slate as they see fit. We're just going literally off of
the list.
The hype.
Yeah, the hype and the list. I gotta tell you though, I love the idea of Blade, and I like the implication of Blade.
Yeah.
I hope Monica Rambeau. I'm sorry. I hope Elsa Bloodstone does show up in Blade.
That'd be amazing. I mean,
hell, make it Bloodstone. Make the bad guy.
Oh my god.
Him. Don't make it Dracula again.
It could be Dracula. Whatever.
Or Deacon Frost.
Well, I'm excited to see a Blade film because I know the show, but a film with
you had 3 movies and a show.
Right.
A Spike TV original, by the way.
A film in the MCU created with the guidance of people who have interest in the MCU with that, like, a certain dollar amount attached to it.
Yeah.
And, like, what tone they're going to take with it.
Right.
Like, I'm kind of excited to see how they decide they should handle vampires.
Yeah.
A bizarre subject to some and an embraced subject to others. Like,
yes. I know. No, I agree. And Ollie's a great actor.
Yeah.
I wonder which Blade he's gonna go with. Because, like, there's movie Blade, who's, like, from New York, and then or not, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But he's got, like, a Wesley Snipes accent.
Yeah.
And then there's, like, real Blade, who's British.
Right.
So, like, I wonder which Blade you're gonna get. I would love it if it was British Blade, just to blow everyone's minds. He's doing it wrong. Actually, Blade's from England. Like, that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And, like, honestly, they could like, Blade's cast.
Yeah.
Blade could
Blade could show up anywhere at any point. Yeah. Blade could be in every movie or in every one of the shows.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm just looking for vampires. Don't mind me. And then he, like, leaves. I don't know.
They can like name drop Blade.
Right. Yeah. Or vampires.
Yeah.
Hell, they could have an old, wise African-American woman say, anytime that you have heard any stories about ghosts or vampires or werewolves,
okay,
that's just the glitch in the Matrix.
Just read your super chats.
The Gray Initiate says, have you guys been watching Legion? No. Easily the best Marvel TV show on, and I'm kind of bummed Noah Hawley probably won't get to make his Doom movie. He will never get to make that Doom movie. That's over. Also, I watched the first, like, half season of Legion and lost complete interest. But I heard it's a very good show, and I know a lot of people who like it.
Yeah.
Dan S. says, I think we could see Ben Kingsley in Shang-Chi. That'd be hilarious. I think, yeah. At the very least, they'll reference him in a big way. Kevin Myers, I can't think of a question. Here's some dough. Thank you very much, Kevin.
You.
It's very nice of you. Cash Money in the Bank giving us some. Thank you very much, Cash Money in the Bank.
Wow, thank you.
Big fan of Aaron's run, so I'm very excited for Thor. He spelled it like a 4, but with Thor. Thor.
Nice.
But I enjoyed the played up mystery of who Lady Thor was in the comics. Portman on stage means no big reveal. Original Sin could have been great. Sam Jackson as the man on the wall. Take my money. Aww. I mean, like, you wouldn't be able to hide it. I think that when Natalie Portman, Jane Foster picks up Mjolnir or becomes Thor, they're not going to recast. It's just going to be Natalie Portman in a Thor costume.
Right. I mean, like, but I understand what they're saying, though. No, like, part of the appeal of the Aaron run was that,
yeah,
like,
was the mystery of who
Jane
she
Foster?
was.
Is it somebody else? How could it be Jane Foster? Like,
no, I agree.
Like, I see what you're saying there, and, like, I wonder what they're going to do and how much they're going to take from that comic, because that comic is her character, not entirely is based on, but, like, part of the importance of it is the fact that she's dying of cancer.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to move that into the movie.
Right? And so, like, but they may not. Maybe just be taking some of the notes from it.
Yeah.
And
I feel like they won't.
That there's another reason she has to pick up the hammer.
Yeah. I feel like they're not going to do that. But
well, yeah, I mean...
only because, like, they're trying to have some fun.
Yeah.
Best looking logo on the stage, by the way.
Oh, it looked awesome.
It's like a He-Man. It looked great. Joshua Wright, Keanu as Bloodstone. I kind of want Keanu as something bigger, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious, actually. He'd be great. Joe Aldrich says, hey guys, love the channel, hope all is well in life. Same to you, my friend. Things are going very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brie Larson says, most excited for Thor, Love and Thunder, Baby. Yeah, I think that was the thing to get away with. That's why we put it on the cover of this episode. I think that was the thing people are most excited about. Scuttled Crab says, do you think we'll see Netflix's Defenders back in the MCU after the contracts are done? No, I think it's over. They auctioned off the costumes. They recast Cottonmouth as Blade.
Yeah.
They recast... whatever her name Black Mamba, what the fuck, Luke Cage.
Oh yes, I know who you're talking about.
I'm sorry.
You're thinking of Kill Bill.
I'm thinking of Kill Bill for no reason, but like no.
But yeah,
the Miriam Sharp character from Civil War was also a major character in Luke Cage.
Right. I mean, like, here's the thing. Those characters could return, but it probably won't be those versions of those characters.
You'll see Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, and maybe Jessica Jones, but, like, most, if not all of them will be recast.
Daredevil.
And
honestly, if they're making a Shang-Chi movie, if they make Shang-Chi 2...
Iron Fist should be in it.
They could do that.
Here's the thing. Don't recast. Except for Iron Fist. Like, keep Charlie Cox...
I don't want them to, but...
They're gonna. They're gonna. And I know people are like, what they kept? What's this? Black Mariah, thank you. I know they were like, well, they kept J.K. Simmons. It's like, yeah, that was a very, very, very specific and exceptional case.
Yeah.
And he's playing a very, very, very different version of J. Jonah Jameson. If you got the implication of what his set looked like. But we're not going to get Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. We're not going to get Charlie Cox as Daredevil. And I think that's like the biggest sin of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Because Charlie Cox is great. And like, sure, would he be a great Moon Knight? Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah. But he's Daredevil. And I love Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. Yeah. Would I like him to play Kingpin and have them just be like, no, he's the mayor and there's some baggage. We're not going to get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. And like, should they do that? Yes.
Yeah.
But they won't. I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry to say it like in that kind of like failure kind of tone, but like, you know, it should, don't lose hope in things, but like know when the writing's on the wall.
Right.
So you can move on. What was it? Yeah. So you'll see them, but not like that. Brie Larson says that title font is straight the Beastmaster font. Agreed. Yeah. I love it. Red Samurai Sal, who should direct Blade, Daredevil, and X-Men? I don't know. X-Men should be like somebody cool, like Joss Whedon. Like, you know, he did really well with Avengers. Why not do it again? Just give him X-Men. Plus, he wrote one of people's favorite runs of X-Men of all time.
So there you go.
Depends on what the X-Men look like.
Yeah.
You know, Daredevil, Blade should be like somebody who knows how to make like a dark movie. You know, not like a dark movie like friggin' Seven, but like a movie that can be shot at nighttime.
Right.
Like somebody who knows how to handle that thing, who knows how to do lighting and understands that kind of thing. And Daredevil, same deal, exact same deal. It needs to be somebody who like who isn't afraid to fight choreographer and cool stuff.
My knee-jerk reaction for Blade.
Yeah.
I don't want, now that I've thought about it for more than half a second, I was just like, the guy did Deadpool.
Right, Tim Miller. Yeah, he'd be great.
Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Might be too flashy. I don't know. He likes making little movies. So
that's true.
He was worried that Deadpool 2 was getting too big, so he quit.
Wait, who did Dredd?
Oh, yeah. Was that Nimrod and Tall? I don't remember.
Because that's who should do Blade.
Yeah. Well, if he doesn't do Blade, then he should do Daredevil.
Yeah, fine.
Brie Larson says, finally we get Blade again, and the actor is so meh. I disagree with you. I think the Academy Awards would also disagree with you, but he was also one of the most captivating parts of that Luke Cage show.
Yeah, I mean, I think, although I think for some people, like, Blade is different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, just like for any of us, like, we have like you have like a voice for them in our head, or they should act
well, he also says, I wanted Wesley Snipes to come back and play on the role. I don't want like a 70-year-old Blade. Maybe
that doesn't mean Snipes won't be in it.
Yeah.
You know.
Right? No, it's true. Big Will says, Madam Web, heard nothing, but she's mixed up with everybody. I would expect her in the Spider-Verse 2 movie.
Yes.
That's the only place I'd expect her. Denton Film says, what would you have Edgar Wright actually direct? Probably something like Fantastic Four would be fun, but I want Brad Bird to direct Fantastic Four. But
I would have him direct Next Wave.
Next Wave, yeah. Right, duh. No, that makes the most sense.
Thank you. Oh, that's it.
Edgar Wright does the Next Wave movie.
Like, it's just, I feel like that just suits him.
Yeah, exactly. No, I completely. Pete Travis did Dredd. Okay.
Thank you.
Then Pete Travis for either of those movies.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hear you.
I think that would be pretty cool.
I agree. So it comes to the point where we're going to give away this amazing piece of art.
Oh, that's right.
From Valiant Comics. This is amazing. It's by Tata Ford from an upcoming issue of Livewire from Valiant Comics. So, without any further ado, if you have used your hashtags Livewire throughout the chat, Danielle is about to select a winner for this beautiful piece. By the way, if you win, you need to be able to tell me your address so I can mail it to you. So, if you win, email me. How did we work it out last time? I think they emailed me.
Yeah.
Email me, sal@comicpop.net, and you will, and we'll work it out. But yeah, jumping right back into the super chats while we wait for the winner to be announced. The Gray Initiate says Alex Garland, Ex Machina Annihilation did Dredd. Yep, that's right. I remember that now.
But yeah, right? Like a A director who's able to tell a movie in a small space.
Yes, because you need it to be like, you don't want Dredd to be like a globe hopping ridiculous Blade. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, it could also work for Daredevil. But Daredevil does have the entire city. Not that Blade couldn't do that, but like I feel like taking Blade and putting him in a situation like that would help to strengthen the character.
Yeah.
And like, you know, introduce people to being like, Blade can stand on his own. He doesn't need like this huge sweeping epic. He can have it, but he doesn't need it to be able to, you know.
Right. By the way,
sink his teeth in.
To put this to bed right now, Pete Travis directed Dredd. Alex Garland wrote the script for Dredd, and directed Ex Machina Annihilation.
Okay.
So
there we go.
There you go.
And
he also wrote 28 Days Later.
He wrote 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So now Alex Garland should make Blade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alex Garland should write Blade. Pete Travis can direct it.
Yeah.
There you go, the movie.
You're welcome, Marvel.
Yeah. Brie Larson, he still looks great, and I mean, they got Michael Douglas, old butt, for Ant-Man. Yes, he also doesn't play Ant-Man. He plays old man Ant-Man, and also they used old age like CG to fix him. It's not really the same thing. Adam Asamoah says, I hope the new movies are now more close to the comics now that more of the casual film watcher have left after Endgame. I mean, like, I'm not, like, gonna begrudge a casual fan because, like, they, you know, were a fan of the movies and didn't pick up the comics. That didn't change things at all. I mean, like, people haven't been reading the comics forever, and now it's just they're familiar with those characters, and that's really nice. Like, I'm glad they're, like, digging on it. Maybe they're more likely than ever before to pick up a comic. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna crap on them for it.
You can't begrudge them.
Yeah.
Either because like they helped to float this boat of the MCU.
Yeah, exactly. So without any further ado, the winner of this piece is none other than Mr. Wade Ferguson. Congratulations, Wade Ferguson, for your piece. This is now yours. This doesn't belong to me anymore.
Nope,
this is your art.
I'm manhandling your property.
Yeah, I believe it's 11 by 17, so make sure to like prepare and get yourself some art some frames for this art.
Yeah, looks like it.
So yeah, but you'll have to measure it yourself. I'm not gonna do it for you.
It's gonna come in this little.
Yeah, it's gonna come in this little thing. I'm gonna put some cardboard in there to make sure it's nice and secured, and you'll be getting it. So make yourself known, Wade, and then reach out to me via my email address, sal@comicpop.net. By the way, if you do want to email me, that is my email address for work. So yeah, let's see if he's still there. Actually, Wade. Yeah, he's still there. Boom. So congratulations, Wade. Congratulations to him.
Congrats.
I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Brie Larson says, forget award accolades, I want a martial artist. Well, at that point, why didn't they just get Michael J. White to play it? I would take Michael J. White over Wesley Snipes every damn day of the week.
Ooh.
You know.
Don't tell Wesley Snipes that.
No, because he'll come to my house and punch me.
He might. He might.
Because he seems like a lunatic. But yeah, so from there, we want to thank you all so much for hanging out with us and for being a part of this. Make sure to email me, Wade. If I don't hear back from Wade within a week, when we get back here on Monday, we're gonna do this all over again, and someone else will win it.
Yeah.
But we'll let you know at the top of the show next week if that happens. So from there, we want to thank you so much for hanging out with us.
That's right.
We had a lot of fun. Tiffany, great job as usual.
Thank
you very much for your contributions and for keeping me on track.
Oh, sure.
Is there anything else that's going out this week that we want to talk about before we go? Not in the comic world. I mean, like for us.
Oh, just for us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Back issues, Off the Rack, Elseworlds, all that stuff.
If you want, GBU's coming back.
GBU's coming back next Monday, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure to visit patreon.com/comicpop if you want to help us on a regular basis. Go over there, see the rewards, see if they jive with you. There's no obligation, no expectation. We're not giving you, trust me, you don't have to do that, but we do appreciate it. And those who do get a little fun extra stuff.
That's right.
Yay! All right. This is a good time to reboot my computer. Good job.
That's okay.
Well, it sounds like Wade is aware. So Wade, email me, sal@comicpop.net, and we'll work out the particulars.
That's right.
So yeah. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us, everybody. We'll see you guys next time here on Comic Pop, youtube.com/ComicPOP. Don't forget to like this video. It helps us out. Subscribe to the channel to get updates every single day, practically. And click the bell to get notifications to know when that thing is coming out. I got my notification on my phone. I
did too.
It's really convenient, actually.
It's just sitting there.
Yeah, right?
Just looking at it.
That way I know to look at it and like it and all that stuff. And drop things. It's going to be great.
It's awesome.
Anyway, thanks a lot for hanging out with us.
Thanks,
and we'll see you guys
guys.
next time here on Comic Pop. I'm Sal.
I'm Tiffany.
So long.
Bye, guys.